Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review of Chapter 2 of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone titled The Vanishing Glass. Unlike last chapter where we basically had a flip-flop between the minds of, I think it was second point of view, third person point of view or whatever point of view, of Vernon, Dursley, and McGonagall and Dumbledore, we get first person point of view of Harry Potter, the main character. And we find out the last 10 years, because he's been with the Dursleys for 10 years, have sucked. They put him in a cupboard. They make him, from what I'm assuming, basically do all the chores, because he was cooking breakfast. And we found out that he's wearing Dudley's old clothes, while Dudley is, of course, spoiled rotten. Well, we find out that that another part of the basically abuse that he suffers is that they never take him out to do anything fun. So and this is Dudley's birthday, the woman they usually just shove him Harry off to, breaks her leg. They have to take him with them. So he ends up getting to go to the zoo with Vernon, Petunia, Dudley, and Dudley's friend Pierce Polkus. They're basically shamed into actually buying Harry a cheap little popsicle. He gets to finish off Dudley's Knickerbocker Glory, I think that was called. Something like that. I don't know what that is. But he got to finish it off. Then he proceeds to talk to a poisonous snake like it's the most normal thing ever. And then my man decides that he has the better life, being locked in a cupboard over the snake, because at least in his eyes, he gets to walk around the house, which is like, very morbid. Then he makes the glass disappear after getting shoved to the ground by Pierce and Dudley. He makes the glass disappear, and the snake proceeds to escape. But he's a kind snake because he thanks Harry for it, saying, "Thanks, amigo." Overall, and after his punishment, he gets locked in the cupboard, and he has like this dark monologue type thoughts where we find out that he remembers the nights his parents were killed. He says he thinks about how he dreams about how some unknown family relation will come and rescue him, but all he has is the Dursleys. And that's the end of the morbid chapter. Kind of a dark little end to this chapter. Also, this chapter, we're introduced to a name of two characters who are going to be kind of important a little later. Like, not very important, but just a little important. Marge Dursley, Vernon's sister, is going to be kind of important in the third book. And Miss Fig, who was the woman who's supposed to be watching Harry usually, is going to be kind of important in the fifth book. Also, we're introduced to the fact that Harry is very witty and sarcastic in his mind, or at least in his mind. He's also kind of a little pessimistic. We saw the little sarcastic when he compared Dudley to a gorilla, saying the only difference was the gorilla wasn't blonde. We also got to see Harry's previous accidental magic, like when his hair was cut off in a place he didn't like, he grew it back. He shrunk a sweater he didn't like to wear. And when he was being chased by Dudley, because Dudley bullies him with his friends, he wound up on the roof. Now, I've seen debates against the fans whether they think he apparated or whether he flew. I think, like his mother, we later find out his mother does. I think he flew, personally. He flew because I do believe we get later described the feeling of apparition, and Harry doesn't say he felt anything like that. He said he thought the wind carried him, which makes me think the wind might have actually carried him, and he flew. But that's just a theory I have. Nothing canon, I don't think. I like this chapter a lot. It was a good chapter. 7 out of 10. It basically told us all we needed to know about Harry and his home life, as much as it could. It told us that the Dursleys still sucked, so 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.